Hi everyone, this is Yelena from Amazonia PPC, and today I wanted to share a quick PPC tip with you, how to use automated campaigns to generate very cheap sales. We have tested this out in our accounts, and it mostly worked for European accounts for some reason. It works a little less in the US accounts, but here's the idea. I'm going to share it with you. You can test it out and see if it works for your specific account. In the end, you will never know unless you spend a little money on testing. So basically, automated catch-all campaigns. This means you should create one automated campaign, dump all your product portfolio, meaning all ASINs, SKUs, all variations in it, and target all the products that you have in this campaign. You should split your ad groups into 4 ad groups. Each targeting group should have its own ad group, meaning one for substitutes, one for complements, one for close match, and one for the loose match. And your bids in these ad groups and in generally speaking in the automated campaign should be extremely low. I'm talking something like 5 cents bids per ad group. And the reason why we set this up is because we want these sales to be extremely cheap. So we don't want to pay for, some extreme amounts of money per click. We just want to make sure that these clicks that we get are cheap. And the reason why we put all of our products in it is because we want to make sure that Amazon can push out any product variation or any SKU that they find suitable in a given situation. There are 2 ways that you can use this catch-all campaign, automated campaign for targeting. Well, first way would be through using it through placements, and it works so that you should set up, aside from this extremely low CPC bids like 5 cents, you should set up placement bid adjustment to give a lot more advantage to the rest of the search, meaning you are intentionally targeting 4th, 5th page of the search results. So as you probably already know, not a lot of sales are going to come through there because not a lot of customers scroll through the search results page and then even get to the 4th or 5th page. But the ones that do, they actually came through a search. So they typed in something and it generated your ad, it triggered your ad, and then you showed up. And you didn't show up in the 1st page or in the 2nd page where usually the most relevant results are. But instead, you showed up in the 3rd, 4th, maybe 5th page where, Amazon already starting to place whatever they can that has any kind of relation to their search. So when you show up on these pages, there's all kinds of irrelevant results and your ad that is usually the most relevant thing that they can find on the page, on their search. And once they click on it, you get that relevant click for something like 5 cents up to 10 cents with bid adjustments. So this is one of the ways where you can intentionally weight them out on these, less appreciated placements and get that cheap sale. It's going to be cheap because you didn't pay for a lot for these clicks. We usually see an average of like 10% ACoS on these automated catch-all campaigns. So that's the first way how you can use it. The second way how you can use it is through day parting, but you will need a tool that allows you to do this. Like, for example, PPC Entourage has this functionality where they allow you to use day parting as an option so that you can choose, some hours that you can see that aren't so frequent for your product. Meaning, if you know for sure that your customers, they're mostly searching for your products in the afternoon hours, you're not going to target those hours. Instead, you're going to target 2 a.m., 3 a.m., up to 6 a.m., when people are in the middle of the night, and maybe some evening hours before the new day is being counted, because most of your competitors' daily budgets are going to be depleted by then. So you come in with your cheap offer and Amazon is going to push your ad even then because they don't have a lot of advertisers available for advertising at that time. So even with your cheap offer, you are between the only ones that actually are offering to advertise for it, and that's how you end up with another cheap sale. So we have split tested both versions. They work really well for us, averaging at around 10% ACoS on these cheap automated campaigns, and now have become one of the mandatory parts of our strategy in all our accounts to at least test whether it's going to work or not. But with these campaigns, it's important to keep in mind that they're like a complementary thing. They're not going to drive the maximum of your sales and be the driver of your success. They're just going to be like an additional couple of nice cheap sales that you could still get, and that's like a, you know, like a complementing potential to them, but not actually, you know, going to drive the maximum out of it. If you want to know, you know, which products, if you want to get started with automated campaigns, then and see, you know, whether specific type of keyword targeting or product targeting would work for them, then it's better to invest in separating them. Individual ASINs have its own have its own automated targeting campaign. Even break it down by variation, because you never know which one is going to work and which isn't. So that being said, automated cheap campaigns, they're also called catch-all campaigns, used either through placement bid adjustments and targeting all those lower end placements that are still cheap for you, either through day parting, that's targeting the hours of the day where there's not a lot of competition. It takes some testing, but when it does give results, it usually gives good results. So try it out, let me know how it went, and good luck. Bye bye.